We have made it to the go home show for Vice City Bash. We are just 7 days away. And we're finally back on a Saturday. It's been a minute since I've actually been able to stream TNC on a fucking Saturday when it should be. But we're here. We are very early in the morning because I'm going to see Fantastic Four later. But nonetheless, we're here on a Saturday. And that can only be good news, right? Certainly. That can only be good news. But I don't want to wait any longer for this show. I know you guys don't want to wait any longer for this show because we all want to get the Vice City Bash. So let's stop wasting time and let's kick this show off. And we're starting this show off in the back. Jake Phoenix and Tyler Vincent going at it backstage in the elevator. Dropping down, Jake Phoenix getting tossed out of the elevator by Tyler. But Jake Phoenix fighting back against Tyler Vincent. You gotta wonder if Peter Krill sent Tyler Vincent after Jake Phoenix, considering the match that took place last week between Tyler Vincent and Jason Graves. Tyler Vincent looking to take out both Phoenix and Graves before Vice City Bash, but Jake Phoenix holding his own here. Now going up the elevator. I'm not quite sure where he's going. He's got Tyler laid out, but Tyler now back to his feet. Jake Phoenix running all over the place. Now dropping to the floor, but Tyler climbing back up the ladder. And now Tyler dropping back down to the floor. Gonna meet Jake Phoenix at the corner. And Jake Phoenix planting Tyler on the concrete. And now Phoenix dragging Tyler across the backstage area. But Tyler Vincent able to get those elbows into the gut. And now Tyler with a suplex on the concrete. But Jake Phoenix quickly back to his feet. Able to reverse Tyler. And Phoenix hits the inverse DDT on Tyler Vincent. But Tyler still able to capitalize and counter. The strike still coming in from Tyler. Big drop kick to the back of the head. And he's going to leave Jake Phoenix to lay there. Explosive start to this go-home show. Now it's time for our opening match. Kato Takahashi coming off a win last week against Jace Gold. Now trying to turn around and get another big win here in the opening match on TNC. And if he gets the win here, it could shake up the All-Star title match at Vice City Bash. Because as it's currently scheduled, Isaac Graves will be getting his rematch against Seth Ross at Vice City Bash. But if Kato can get a win, he may be able to insert himself into that match and make it a triple threat. And that would be Kato Takahashi's first title opportunity since returning to the States and debuting in TNC.
And his opponent from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 220 pounds, Isaac Graves.
Isaac Graves trying to keep his title opportunity to a one-on-one. Gonna do everything he can to make sure Kato Takahashi cannot insert himself into that match next week in Miami. As we all know, Isaac Graves still the greatest All-Star champion in company history. And next Saturday, he will be looking to become the first ever 3-time All-Star champion, as well as the first ever 3-time champion of any championship in this company. If Isaac Graves is unsuccessful tonight and at Vice City Bash, maybe we see him go after the world title. We all know Isaac Graves is capable of holding a world championship, as he did so successfully in RHW when he cashed in Money in the Bank and held on to that title for a few months. But now here trying to keep Kato Takahashi out of the All-Star title match at Vice City Bash. As Graves has that waistlock applied and now wrestling Kato to the mat. And now off the ropes with the moonsault. And now Graves with the power bomb, rolling Kato through into the knee strike. But Kato able to turn it around and land a few forearms onto Isaac Graves, but Graves is still able to kick Kato away. And now Graves with those stomps to the back and now to the face. Continuing to wrench that arm, pinning it behind the back. And now wrenching out the fingers on the other hand before the doubles knees to the back to finish it off. And now Graves, another knee strike to the face of Kato. Into the cover, 1, and a kick out at 1. Big knee to the gut there from Graves. You can see the confidence growing. It's Kato off the ropes. Big right hand by Graves. Into the cover once again early on in this match, and another kick out at 1 by Takahashi. Kato, German suplex to Graves. And now just pounding at the back of the head. Graves able to make an escape to the outside, but Kato right there at the apron to meet him. Has Graves dangling over the top rope, big clubbing blow to the back, and now into the cover is Kato, and not even a 1 count on Isaac Graves. And now it's Graves off the ropes. Takahashi with the drop kick. But now it's Graves who's able to turn it around and land a few forearms. Now Isaac Graves sizing Kato up from the corner. Landing those knees and kicks. Hoisting Kato up. Dropping the head on the knee. And now Isaac Graves making his way up to the top rope. Waiting for Kato to reach his feet. And he does. Went for the kick, but nobody home. Now Graves hoisting him up, but Kato able to get those elbows into the face of Graves. And now here come the strikes from Kato. Big right hand busting Graves open. And now Graves off the ropes again. Graves landing back first. And now it's Kato up to the second rope. Graves to his feet, hits the crossbody. Now picking Graves up, back to his feet. Graves off the ropes again. Big knee strike by Kato. Into the cover on Graves. 1, 2, and a kick out by Graves. Now Kato hoisting up for the powerbomb, rolling him through into another knee strike. Cover again by Kato. 1, 2, and another kick out by Graves. Now both men to the outside. Isaac Graves tried to use his speed to catch Kato off guard, but nothing doing there as Kato able to rake the eyes of the former All-Star champion. Now has him set up for a brainbuster on the outside. And now Kato up to the top. Once again waiting for Graves to reach his feet, this time on the outside. Kato with the drop kick, but nobody home. And now Kato getting tossed across the outside by Isaac Graves. Now Graves tried to toss Kato back into the ring, but he was able to get those elbows in. Nobody home on that basement drop kick either. But a released German by Takahashi across the outside. Big elbow there by Graves. Able to counter Takahashi. Count up to 7 here as Graves hoisting Kato up. Turning around and a power bomb into the barricade. And now continuing the punishment to the back of Takahashi. And finally, this match is going to get back into the ring. Big kick there by Graves. And now a big knee to the gut. And now Graves, Stormbreaker. And now maybe looking for the Gravedigger. Kato back to his feet. He's got him set up for the Gravedigger. Can he hit it? Yes, he can! Graves into the cover on Kato. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5 by Kato. Graves measuring Kato from the corner. Double knees to the back. And now waiting for him to reach his feet from the apron. Over the top rope with the kick. And now Graves up to the second rope. Once again, waiting for Kato to reach his feet. Graves with the double knees. Driving Kato face first into the mat. Now pounding away at the face. And once again, just laying in those left hands. And Isaac Graves may be looking to finish this one once and for all. But Kato able to get the elbow up. And now the clothesline's coming in. A third clothesline by Takahashi. And Graves stumbling to the corner. Big boot by Takahashi. And now back towards the middle of the ring. Powerbomb coming from Kato. Rolling through into another knee strike. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Now that's going to make things very, very interesting for the CEO. Come Vice City Bash. Does he put Kato Takahashi in the All-Star title match? Could this finally be Kato's big break here in TNC? A great opener to kick us off. And while it may leave us with more questions and answers for now, we know either way the answer is going to be some real fucking grabs. See the highlights rolling in from this opener. That second powerbomb into the knee strike by Takahashi. Enough to seal the deal and potentially enough to get him into that All-Star title match in Miami. We all know Kato Takahashi would definitely look for some better luck at a Vice City Bash event, considering what happened last time he wrestled there. Got absolutely wiped by Ken Killstrom in a 2 out of 3 falls. Now we move on to our next match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Beverly Hills, California, Haley Blackwell.
Haley Blackwell looking to get back on track still following that title loss all those months ago now. It's definitely been a rough road for Haley Blackwell considering her strong start in TNC. Now we'll see if she can get on the right path here. She'll be going up against Kendra, the current BCW Women's Champion. Of course, not coming out with the belt. She does not travel to TNC with it unless absolutely necessary. But this is Kendra's first match in TNC in a couple months. I believe the last time we saw Kendra was the 5-way gauntlet match a few months ago. But now she's back on TNC against Haley Blackwell, and Blackwell out the gate strong with a drop kick to the knees. A win here for Blackwell could lead to a potential title match should the CEO of BCW allow it to happen. Blackwell with a bulldog with control of the arm. Now knees to the gut. Kendra able to turn it around. Now Kendra waiting for Blackwell to reach her feet. Lands the kick over the top rope. Now Kendra, big knee strike to the face. And now both these women tie up. Blackwell able to gain the advantage with that waist lock. And now turning it into a cover, but an immediate kick out by the BCW Women's Champion. Blackwell stomping at the hand of Kendra. Blackwell sizing Kendra up for a basement drop kick once again. And Blackwell just pretty much taking complete control of this match. Now off the top rope with the elbow drop. Blackwell still maintaining control. But Kendra quickly to her feet here. Blackwell double stomp to the knee, or to the gut, excuse me. Kendra stays in the corner, gets caught, kick to the back of the head. Now off the ropes with speed. Huge German from the bottom rope. And now springboard dropkick blocked by Kendra. Now both women to their feet. Big knee strike. Now Kendra starting to lay in the left hands to Blackwell. Now finally Kendra for a second was getting some offense in, but Blackwell able to stop it quickly. And there's a big splash. Turning her over into the cover. A very light and arrogant cover by Haley Blackwell. And now the Blackwell driver out of nowhere. Now Kendra to her feet. Chiropractor by Blackwell into the cover on Kendra. 1, 2. Kick out by Kendra. Kendra with a suplex into the cover on Blackwell, but an immediate kick out. Kendra gets blocked there by Blackwell. Big right by Blackwell. Now off the rope she goes with another splash, but nobody home. Another big right by Blackwell. And now she's up to the top rope. Sizing Kendra up. She's back to her feet. Hits the DDT from the top. And now waiting for Kendra to reach her feet once again. Springboard dropkick blocked again by Kendra. And now Kendra with the lion salt. Couple stomps there by Kendra. Now one to the shoulder. And now she's starting to fire up a little bit. There's a clothesline by Kendra. Another clothesline by Kendra. Catching the leg of Blackwell. Sweeping the other one out. And finally, you're starting to see a little bit of life out of the BCW Women's Champion as she's sizing up Blackwell from the corner. Big heel kick by Kendra. Quickly into the cover on Blackwell to put this away. 1, 2. Kick out by Blackwell. Another lion salt by Kendra. And now repeated stomps to the chest of the former TNC Women's Champion. Now Kendra has the arm hooked, but Blackwell able to dodge. And now Blackwell coming in with the strikes and the arm drag. Blackwell, Hurricane Rana. And now Blackwell may be thinking she wants to put this match away. Can she do it? planting Kendra into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Prejudice against BCW. That's not true. But that does make the BCW Women's title match at Vice City Bash a possibility. This match could be getting run back in 7 days' time. With CEO approval, of course. I wouldn't just book a title match for one of your titles without your approval. This is a big win for Haley Blackwell. We'll see where this leads. But for now, she can go to the back and celebrate a well-earned victory. Quite a dominant victory at that. You're gonna get screwed in a minute. Speaking of Owen, his match is next. Arthur Bay, another wrestler looking to get back on track. Has not really gotten going since his arrival in TNC. Lowen King. That's crazy. Yeah, it is kind of annoying. But it kind of works for Arthur Bay. Kind of. If he had longer hair, it would work. Owen King getting his warm-up match before the main event next week. Scheduled to be a ladder match against Pete Brents for the World Championship. I'll bow to the king, then I'll hit a low blow. Owen King, since arriving in TNC, has been damn near unstoppable. The only blemish he's had is the gauntlet match from 3 weeks ago. Now going one-on-one against Arthur Bay for the very first time. And the bell is rung, and here we go. Collar and elbow tie up to start this one out. And Owen King able to overpower Arthur Bay back into his corner. before the ref has to break it up. King quickly into a cover here. But a kick out by Bay. Now off the ropes. Hurricane Rana by King. He needs to lose so I can post Owen a high post. You need Owen to lose. Basement drop kick there by King. Now Owen King sizing up Arthur Bay. Loading up for that super kick. And now maybe looking for another super kick. And connects. You mean the world's worst super kick? That shit stinks. Arthur Bay. If Pete Brents loses, oh wussy, Unchained ends. As in loses today or loses at Vice City Bash? Arthur Bay going after the knee of Owen King. Continuing to put pressure on that knee. Rig the match. Cover here and a kick out at 1 by Arthur Bay. Now back to his feet. Big clothesline to King. And now Bay with a drop kick to the back. Now Arthur Bay trying to pick up King, but King able to connect with that spinning heel kick. Owen King conspiracy gimmick on the way. King off the ropes. Bay ducking under with an arm drag. And now Arthur Bay into the cover on Owen King. And a kick out at 2. King quickly back to his feet here. But Arthur Bay going to attempt to drag him to the ropes, but King able to get those elbows into the gut. And now here comes the offense from Owen King. But Arthur Bay able to counter. And Bay, big forearm to the face. And now Arthur Bay hoisting him up for the brainbuster. But Owen King able to get a roll up here, but an immediate kick out. And now the Vegas lights! Out of nowhere from Arthur Bay into the cover to put King away, and a kick out at 2.5. Arthur Bay still in control of this match, but Owen King able to hit him with that elbow, but missing the knee strike. Now Bay from the top rope with the crossbody. And now this match is going to spill over to the outside. Owen King with clubbing blows to the neck of Arthur Bay. And now Bay tossed back into the ring. And now Owen King using that knee that Arthur Bay targeted earlier in the match. And now off the ropes, King rolling thunder. Now off the ropes again with the Meteora. And again dropping the knee across the chest. And now the spinning leg drop. Owen King, big kick to the arm. Oh, but he got caught there by Arthur Bay. Bay able to turn it around into a roll-up, but Owen King is underneath the bottom rope. Arthur Bay looking brainbuster one more time, and he connects. And now a frog splash from the second rope by Bay. And now he's looking for Vegas Lights one more time. Can he connect with it? No! Owen King able to counter the Vegas Lights. Now Arthur Bay side suplex. And Bay with speed drop kick into the corner, busting King open. And now Arthur Bay up to the top rope. The elbow drop from across the ring. Into the cover on Owen King. 1, 2, 3. Now that has got to sting for the confidence of Owen King. Use resiliency, you buffoon. Now you know how I felt when I defended against Aiden Kennedy. Absolute moron this guy is. Arthur Bay getting a massive win on TNC. And you gotta wonder what kind of mindset is Owen King gonna be in coming off a loss going into a title match. That's gotta shake your confidence. Arthur Bay picking up the win. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our second warm-up match for the title match. This time featuring the champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 260 pounds, the World Champion, the Anarchist, Peter Brent.
Pete Brent getting a warm-up match here on TNC. This is his first one-on-one match on TNC TV. I believe since the Air Zero title defense. During his first title reign, when Keith ended up cashing in unsuccessfully, which led to the entire Invasion saga. But now Pete Brent has the title back after winning it 3 weeks ago in the gauntlet from Keith. What do you mean last entrance with that title around his waist? That's not happening, bud. Just kidding, I don't know. We'll see what happens at VCB. It's not even recorded yet. He'll be going up against Matt Marco. This is the first time we've seen Marco back in TNC since he was kicked out of the corruption by who we only knew as his manager before unveiling himself as Marco's former tag partner in Peter Krill. So now Matt Marco kind of has to hit the reset button here. And this would be a massive win for Marco should he pick up the dub against the world champion. But both men are ready to go, and the bell is rung. Here we go. Marco countering Brent's early here. Brent's countering Marco as well. Big knee strike by the champ. And now a lion salt to the back of Marco. Marco back to his feet quickly. Sent off the ropes by Brent. Big right hand. But quickly Marco back to his feet again. Now Matt off the ropes, handspring. Nobody home for that kick. Not even close. And Brent's looking to take advantage with a kick to the back. And now Brent's up to the top rope, waiting for Marco to reach his feet. And Brent's nobody home for that big forearm. And now Brent's off the ropes, kick to the gut, and now the roundhouse by Marco. And Marco connecting with a knee strike of his own. Into the cover on Brent. One, and a kick out. Basement drop kick by Marco, keeping the pressure on. He knows this is what he's got to do against the world champion. He's got to put all gas, no brakes into this one. And he's done just that throughout the first 90 seconds of this match. Now Matt into another cover here. And a kick out at one by Brent. And a kick to the back there. And now you see the confidence grow in Matt Marco here. To the corner, face first off the turnbuckle. Goes Brent, now getting turned back around. Brent's leg caught in the ropes and a big kick. But Brent's able to counter there, but it might not last for long. Marco, back shot to the champ. And now Marco looking for the Matussi stretcher. He's got it locked in the middle of the ring. Is the champion going to tap out? No. Marco lets go of the stretcher. Big right there by Marco. And so far, this match has been all Matt Marco as a double axe handle off the top to the champion. Into the cover now goes Matt Marco. Two, and a kick out by Brent. Oh, but Brent's able to turn it around with a few left forearms there to Marco. And Matt to the outside. Brent's going to follow him. But Matt, European uppercut to the neck. Brent's able to get those elbows into the gut of Marco. And now Matt getting tossed across the outside. Brent's re-entering the ring. And now back to the outside to break the count. Able to counter Matt there. Brent planting Matt on the outside. And now a spinning forearm by Brent. But Marco may have caught Brent as well, as both men are down here. As the count continues on. Up to 6. And Brent's re-entering the ring. Marco still down after that spinning forearm as the count gets reset. Big back fist by the champ. And now Brent's tossing Matt back into the ring. Picking Matt back up here. Maybe was thinking Art of Hate Driver, but got caught there. Matt also got caught with a big knee strike. Matt is hooked. Art of Hate Driver. Into the cover on Marco. 1, 2. Kick out by Marco. And Brent's looking to keep the pressure on with the double stomp. Or the Meteor, excuse me. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. And now a clothesline. And another clothesline by Brent. Catching the leg of Marco. Sweeping out the other. Now picking Matt up back to his feet. Off the ropes. Has Matt caught. Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice locked in the middle of the ring. What's Matt going to do? He's got nowhere to go. And Brent's lets go of the Anaconda Vice. Thinking Art of Hate Driver to put this one away once and for all. Armed, hooked. Got him set up. Art of Hate Driver. Into the cover. Once again. 1, 2, 3. Pete Brent is victorious once again. He'll walk into Vice City Bash with the momentum in his favor. The Deer would be very disappointed in Matt, I agree. I know Owen King is disappointed in Matt Marco, as he is very disappointed in himself for losing to Arthur Bay. But now both of their attention now squarely on Miami, Florida for Vice City Bash on August 2nd.
Here's your winner, the Anarchist, Peter Brent.
But a good win here for Brent after a slow start in this match. Now we move on to our third and final warm-up match of the night.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, residing in Hollywood, California, the Women's Champion,
Kendall Hendricks awaiting her challenger in the main event tonight. But we'll get a warm-up match here just a little bit before the main event is set to take place. Hendricks getting her warm-up against Sarah Lopez. Last time out, she did pick up a win. Now if she could do that against the champion, once again we'd be inviting some very interesting conversations to be had about Vice City Bash. Although this is not a title eliminator match, so maybe Lopez wouldn't get a match at Vice City Bash, but maybe a little bit down the line if she were to win. But the bell is rung, and here we go. Hendricks with a waistlock out the gate on Sarah Lopez. Lopez able to turn it around quickly on Hendricks. Hendricks able to turn it right back around into a side headlock on the mat. And Hendricks continuing to wrench at the neck of Lopez. Keeping that headlock applied. Lopez able to get her off. Now Lopez turning it into a cover, but not even a 1 count on the women's champion. And right back into that waistlock is Sarah Lopez. And again, Kendall Hendricks able to turn it around. Now starting to ragdoll Lopez around is Hendricks. But now it's Lopez who's able to turn it into a chin lock. And now it's Lopez who's starting to wrench at the neck of the champion. But Hendricks trying to get back to her feet, but it's good chain wrestling by Lopez to start applying all the pressure to the shoulder and the arm of Hendricks. Now it's up to Hendricks to find a way out of this. And she does, able to turn it into a side headlock of her own. And now off the ropes, drop kick to the knees. Lopez getting caught there. Oh no, she was able to land that kick. And a big slam by Lopez. And now Sarah Lopez up to the top rope, looking for the elbow, but nobody home. And now Hendricks dragging Lopez to the ropes. Off the rope she goes. Hendricks missing the spinning forearm, but able to land that big right to the gut. And there's another forearm. And now once again back to the ropes. Big knee to the face. But Lopez able to reverse. And now Hendricks back in the ring. Getting sent off the ropes by Lopez. Ducking under. Big German. And now Lopez to the apron. Once again waiting on Hendricks to reach her feet. Lopez keeping all the pressure onto Kendall Hendricks here. Back into the corner. Lopez with another German suplex. And now up to the second rope. Lopez with the DDT. Lopez once again sizing up Kendall Hendricks from the corner. Lopez off the top rope with the cutter. And now back up to the top rope. Hendricks maybe thinking spiral tap, but nobody home. But once again, Hendricks for a second able to maintain the advantage over Sarah Lopez, which he hasn't been able to do pretty much all match. Now it's Lopez off the ropes. Drop kick to the champion. Now Lopez into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Now Lopez going after the arm of the champion. Hendricks still really has not been able to get out of the gates in this match, but she's able to land that shot to the gut of Lopez. And now hits a Rainmaker onto Lopez. Lopez gets blocked by Hendricks. And now Kendall Hendricks starting to find something. Kick to the back of the head there. And now Hendricks sizing up Lopez. Has her up for that knee. And she connects. Hendricks into the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2.5 by Lopez. Over the top. Kendall Hendricks able to connect. Oh, Sarah Lopez glitching out. Okay. Now both women back in the ring. Big spinning heel kick by Lopez. Into the cover once again on Hendricks. 1, 2, and a kick out. And now Sarah Lopez to the top once again, looking for the spiral tap. This time she connects. Lopez into the cover. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what the hell happened to Kendall Hendricks tonight. But she just did not get out of the gates at all. It was all gas from the start for Sarah Lopez, and that propelled her to the biggest win of her career thus far in TNC. And now the conversation becomes, does Sarah Lopez get a title shot after Vice City Bash? Because if you beat the champion, I think you earn yourself a title match sooner rather than later. See that spiral tap. All that she needed to put her away. Sarah Lopez has won 2 matches in a row. And potentially next in line for a women's title match after Vice City Bash. But now we have our first of 2 #1 contenders matches to close out this show. And this #1 contenders match will be for the RHW Memorial title.
Connecticut, weighing in at 228 pounds,
the founder of RHW, still looking to get another shot at the title that memorialized the company he built, that laid the foundation for the company that we stand as today. If Aiden Kennedy can pull off a win here tonight, he will face Adam Ace next week for the RHW Memorial title. His ass is not finishing the story. Kennedy has already held gold in TNC. He's a former All-Star champion, but only held on to that title for 2 weeks before he dropped it to Isaac Graves, who had the longest reign with that belt in company history before recently dropping it to Seth Ross. But now Aiden Kennedy has his eyes set on a different piece of gold.
From New York, weighing in at 228 pounds, the unpredictable Ken Freeman.
And to get to Adam Ace next week, Aiden Kennedy has to go through the biggest baby face in RHW history, that being Kez Phoenix, whose luck seems to be turning around in recent weeks. He's definitely been on more of an uphill climb since War Games, when Team TNC defeated Team BCW, and Kez was a big part of that win. But now these two battle it out to go to Vice City Bash next week to face Adam Ace. And the bell is rung, and here we go. Collar and elbow tie up to start this out. Kez Phoenix with the headlock applied to the assassin. But Kennedy shoving Kez over the top rope and pushing him all the way to the floor. Kez quickly back to his feet, looking for a safe entry back into the ring. Could not find it. And now getting whipped into the corner. Turned around by Kennedy. Shoved back into the corner. And now the German suplex by the assassin. Now a cross body from the second rope. Now Kennedy making his way up to the top rope. Nobody home. Kez too close to the corner there, and able to turn this one around on Aiden Kennedy. Now just stomping at the chest of the assassin. Big forearm. Now Kez over the top rope. Kez gets caught there by Kennedy. And these two will lock up once again. And Kez able to overpower Kennedy all the way across the ring. Now Kez gonna whip Kennedy off the ropes. Ducking under, hits the Pele kick. But Kennedy still got plenty left in the tank as he's able to kick Kez away. And there's the sling blade. Classic Aiden Kennedy. Now the assassin up to the top rope. Tight rope walking the ropes. Hits the elbow drop. Into the cover on Kez. 1, 2, and a kick out. Kez springboard forearm to the assassin. Now both men to the outside here. Big right from Kez. Kez firing up. And Kez maybe thinking he wants to put this to bed sooner rather than later. And now he's got that crossface locked in on the outside. It's not going to win him the match. And it won't do much damage either, as Kennedy able to escape fairly quickly. And now Kez gets whipped into the barricade. And now repeated rights to the temple of Kez. Count up to 6 here. On the outside as Kez gets sent into the steps. Up to 7 as Kennedy up to the top rope, waiting for Kez to reach his feet on the outside, but thought better of it. Didn't think he could stick the landing going all the way over the steps. Waited for Kez to enter the ring and took advantage. And now Kennedy has Kez set up for the basement drop kick. And once again, Kennedy going after the arm, trying to weaken the effects of the Kezikonda Vice. But Kez able to counter there with a dragon screw. And speaking of the Kezikonda Vice, he's got it locked in the middle of the ring. What's Kennedy gonna do? Kennedy fighting and able to break up the hold. And now Kennedy went for the big stomp, but Kez able to block. And another basement drop kick from the assassin there. And now Kennedy with both arms hooked, hoisting Kez up high. Just wrenching out the shoulder joints and just dropping him back to the mat. And Kez retreating to the apron, but does not have much room to breathe there. As Kennedy has Kez hooked with the suplex. And now Kennedy up to the second rope. Kez to his feet. Nobody home on that drop kick. As now it's Kez's turn to go up to the top rope. Kez with the knee to the face. Into the cover he goes. Onto Kennedy to go to Vice City Bash. Can he get him here? No. And this match will continue. Kez with speed into the corner gets blocked by Kennedy. And now Kennedy rolling through into the stomp. Now up to the second rope once again. Moonsault off the top. And kicks to the ribs with a forearm to the face. And now Kennedy maybe thinking Black Bullet. Can he connect with it here? Kennedy, no! Cannot connect with the Black Bullet. Clothesline missed by Kez. And now Kennedy with a big forearm to the face. But Kez again able to counter. Repeated kicks and strikes by Kez. Big heel kick there by Kez. And now Kez lining up Kennedy with that shin strike. Kez into the cover on Kennedy. 1, 2, and another kick out by Kennedy. Kez to the top again. Frog splash. But Kennedy counters with a roll up. Can he get Kez here? 1, 2, kick out by Kez. Moonsault, nobody home for Kennedy. And now Kennedy off the ropes. Kez into the neck breaker. And now quickly into the Kezikonda Vice once again. Kennedy, middle of the ring. Will he tap out? He has no choice. And Kez Phoenix is going to Vice City Bash to face Adam Ace for the gold. What a match. That was some real fucking grabs right there. now not Aiden Kennedy, Kez Phoenix is your new #1 contender for the RHW Memorial Championship. Adam Ace, as we all know, pulling double duty. We'll be getting a TNC Tag Team title match alongside Zach Morningstar, but now we know he will also be defending his RHW Memorial Championship against that man right there, Kez Phoenix. What a match. What a win. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. Our second #1 contenders match, a 4-way for the Women's Championship. Olivia Harnage, one step away from her first one-on-one title match in TNC. Hard to believe that this company has been around for like 8 months and she still has not gotten a one-on-one title match. That's kind of unbelievable. I keep talking about this, and then I don't give her title matches. It's kind of my fault, but also she needs to win these big matches. I wish I could just give her title matches, but I can't.
And her opponents, first, from Istanbul, Turkey,
Alexia Lane looking to get that title back after she only held it for a week before dropping it straight back to Kendall Hendricks and making her the second ever 2-time TNC Women's Champion. Alexia Lane has plenty of history so far with that women's title. Looking to make more if she can pull off the win. Now another woman who still hasn't gotten a one-on-one match for that women's title, being Olivia Martinez. We all know the long-standing rivalry between Martinez and Harnage, and that's getting a little bit of a renewal in this 4-way. As they'll battle it out, I'm sure, throughout the course of this match, once or twice at least. And lastly, Nico Chambers, who has had her fair share of title matches, although most of them, actually no, all of them, came right at the beginning of the company's history. So ever since then, it's been a rocky road for Nico Chambers in TNC. Came out the gates super strong. Made it all the way to the finals of the inaugural Women's Championship Tournament, where she would fall short against Selena. And then the very next week at Seasons Bleedings, got a rematch and ended up falling short once again. And now Nico Chambers looking for another shot at the women's title if she can pick up the win here in the main event. All four women are set to go in this number one contenders match. I almost said number one titles. But here we go. Martinez and Harnage straight out the gate going after each other, as well as Alexia Lane and Nico Chambers. Clearly no love lost still between Harnage and Martinez. Big super kick by Martinez there. And now Alexia Lane and Nico Chambers double teaming Olivia Martinez. And now Lane setting up Harnage for a powerbomb into the knees. Lane into the cover, immediately broken up by Olivia Martinez. Alexia Lane and Martinez going after it. Enziguri. Harnage taking out the leg of Chambers. Now kick to the back. And now a lion salt by Harnage. And now Martinez right back after Olivia Harnage. Meanwhile, Alexia Lane with a kendo stick over the head of Nico Chambers. Into the cover. Olivia Martinez broken up by Lane. What? Alexia Lane just taking out the referee. God knows why. And the referee just no-sold it. Big headbutt there by Alexia Lane. Taking out everybody, ref included. And now clothesline there by Harnage. Now turning her attention to Nico Chambers. Big super kick there by Martinez to Chambers, but a basement drop kick by Harnage. Now Alexia Lane with the crossface to Nico Chambers. There's no rope breaks, but it's broken up by Harnage. Now both Olivia's back to their feet. Big right hand by Harnage as Alexia Lane has another kendo stick, and that pin is broken up by Lane. Lane trying to drag Nico Chambers closer to the middle of the ring. Meanwhile, Harnage and Martinez. Martinez hoisting her up for a powerbomb into the knees. That's the second time Harnage has taken that move in this match. Nico Chambers countering Martinez, grabbing that kendo stick, and now starting to wail away at everybody, breaking it over the skull of Alexia Lane. And now planting Olivia Harnage in the corner. Now Martinez hoisting Lane up. Big roundhouse. Harnage planting Martinez. And Harnage going back out for more weapons. Roll up here by Nico Chambers. Can she put Lane away? No. Big springboard forearm by Harnage. And now Martinez with the fisherman suplex. Sling blade there by Martinez. But Harnage able to counter her with an arm drag. And now into the cover on Alexia Lane, but an immediate kick out there. Harnage able to counter Alexia Lane there. Lane may have been thinking about putting this match to bed. But now Nico Chambers dropping Olivia Martinez face first, and Alexia Lane busted open by Harnage. And now a sit-out powerbomb by Nico Chambers into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lane. And now it's Chambers off the ropes. Harnage, thinking Harnage collapse. Can she hit it? Yes, she can! Into the cover on Nico Chambers to win the match to become #1 contender. 2, broken up by Martinez. And Alexia Lane just threw a chair into the face of Martinez. And Harnage, sit-out powerbomb to Lane. Oh, and Nico just went for the women's right to Harnage, but Harnage able to block it. And now Harnage, code red. And now brings the Saturn. Alexia Lane broken up instantly by Chambers. Chambers to the outside, looking for more weapons. Brings a baseball bat and starts swinging away at Alexia Lane. As Martinez goes back first into the turnbuckle. Harnage gets caught and dropped face first by Nico Chambers. And now Chambers has the sledgehammer. Martinez won't let her use it. Martinez hoisting Harnage up. Another big roundhouse kick. And now the crossface. Alexia Lane has the crossface on Olivia Martinez. This is her opportunity to become #1 contender. Is Martinez going to tap out? No, she lets go of the crossface. Big right to the gut and a clothesline to Chambers. Into the cover on Nico. 1, 2, and a kick out by Chambers. Big kick there by Harnage. Chambers back to her feet. Maybe thinking 3 Amigas to Olivia Harnage. There's the second one as there's a cover in the background. 2, and a kick out by Martinez as the 3 Amigas connect. Chambers into the cover, broken up by Lane. And now Chambers tossed to the outside. And now Alexia Lane brings a Saturn to Harnage. This could do it, but no. Olivia Harnage able to fight out of the rings of Saturn. And now off the ropes. Harnage thinking Harnage collapsed to Alexia Lane, and she connects. But the kendo stick and the bulldog from Nico. Martinez able to counter Chambers there as Alexia Lane still stumbled on her feet, now finally regaining herself. But another counter by Martinez. And Lane rolling to the outside. Harnage with double knees to the back of Nico Chambers. Sling blade there by Martinez. Nico Chambers had the baseball bat, not anymore. Tried to drag Chambers across the ring. Nico said no. Now Alexia Lane back into this as Harnage is knocked out on the outside. Lane, nobody home on that drop kick. Chambers connects with the women's right. now Chambers with the elbow in the corner. But Alexia Lane with the neck breaker. Harnage back in this, as now it's Nico Chambers on the outside. Arm breaker locked in, broken up instantly. Big drop kick from Harnage. And now the sledgehammer coming in from Alexia Lane. Harnage, suplex. But a roll up here by Alexia Lane. Broken up by Chambers. And now a women's right from behind to Alexia Lane. Harnage hits the destroyer on Chambers. Harnage sending Martinez into the corner, picking up a steel chair. Nobody home on that chair shot, but connects on that one. And now Alexia Lane. Backbreaker to Chambers. And now the chair shot to Alexia Lane. And now picking up the kendo stick. There's a shot to Chambers. Into the cover. 1, 2. Broken up at the last second by Martinez. She may have just cost Olivia Harnage the #1 contendership. Now a double team on Alexia Lane here. Face first, she goes into the mat. And now a German suplex. And a big clothesline. Olivia Harnage, this could be her moment. Chambers goes face first into the turnbuckle. Now a slam. Now the two Olivia's going at it. Olivia Martinez possibly looking for the one-winged angel, and she connects. Broken up instantly by Alexia Lane. Now Alexia Lane with right after right. Finally a counter there by Martinez. Lane sent into the ropes. Big shot to the gut. Cartwheel from Chambers into the Alabama slam. And now the sit-out powerbomb to Harnage. And now Chambers turning her attention to Alexia Lane. Sledgehammer to the gut, into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Nico Chambers will get another women's title match next week at Vice City Bash. What a finish. What a match. And it is official for Vice City Bash. As Kendall Hendricks will defend the TNC Women's Championship against Nico Chambers. This is Nico's first title match where she won't be challenging Selena. And this may be the match that gets her the strap around her waist.
Here is your winner,
And now the stage is set for August 2nd in Miami, Florida. What a card that's going to be. What a show that's going to be. What a show this was. My God. Congratulations to Nico Chambers, as well as everyone else who was able to pull out a dub this week on TNC. But that is all I got for now. I will hold spoilers as I don't even the matches aren't even recorded yet, so I can't spoil anything for Vice City Bash. The card's not even fully realized yet. I'm still going through all that stuff. But the card will be out on Wednesday, and it's going to be a special card, and this is going to be a special show. And we will see you all next week for Vice City Bash.